정부가 완벽하게 보존된 공룡의 사체를 찾았다고 생각해 보십시오. 그리고 고생물학계의 세계적인 권위자들을 불러 모아서 비밀리에 공룡의 사체를 부검하는 겁니다. 지금까지는 화석만 남은 상황이라 최고의 학자들도 거대한 공룡들이 어떻게 살았는지 완벽하게 이해하기 힘들었죠. 이제 역사상 최초로 저명한 과학자들이 이 지구상에서 가장 거대했던 포식자의 사체를 탐구할 겁니다. 우리도 그 과정을 따라가 보죠. 과연 어떤 비밀이 밝혀지고 어떤 미신을 타파하게 될까요? 지금부터 지구 역사상 가장 포악했던 포식자인 티라노사우루스 렉스의 실체를 밝혀보겠습니다. 전문가들이 새로운 역사를 쓰기 위해 이 자리에 모였습니다. 티라노사우루스의 실제 모습을 충실하게 복원한 사체를 해부하게 될 겁니다. 루크 갬블은 활력이 넘치는 수의사로 이번 부검을 지휘하는 역할을 맡았죠.
I've got to find out how this beast died, but we've also got a chance to figure out how it survived, how it worked, what made it tick.
매튜 모스브루크는 획기적인 공룡 화석을 발견한 주인공입니다.
We're going to learn things about this dinosaur that we've only been able to speculate on up until this point.
스티브 브루사테는 티라노사우루스의 생물학과 생리학 분야의 저명한 권위자입니다.
The biggest, baddest meat eater that ever lived. And I've been studying its bones for a decade, but I want to know how it lived. That's the mystery that keeps paleontologists up at night.
그리고 토리 헤리지는 빙하기 시대에 살았던 매머들을 해부한 경험이 있는 고생물학자입니다.
I'm interested in seeing if the theories that scientists have put together hold water when you actually do see a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the flesh.
드디어 전문가팀이 이 놀라운 공룡과 처음으로 마주하는 순간입니다.
This thing is massive. It's huge.
When I first saw the T-Rex, I was overwhelmed. I just nearly wept. It was just so beautiful.
My first thought was, this thing's an alien. It was so different from the skeletons that I'm used to that it took me a few minutes to realize this was the animal that I studied.
몸 길이는 13m, 키는 4m에 달합니다. 이 지구상에서 가장 거대했던 육지 포식자로 손꼽히는 공룡이죠.
Oh, jeez. Look at the size of these claws. Wow.
몸무게도 7톤이나 나갑니다. 폭군 도마뱀이란 뜻의 이름을 가진 공룡이죠.
This skin is just amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Armor plating.
It's so thick.
머리는 0.5톤에 달하고 50개가 넘는 톱니 같은 이빨이 돋보입니다.
Look at that. Absolutely terrifying.
가장 친숙한 공룡으로 손꼽히는 녀석이지만 티라노사우루스는 여전히 신비로운 공룡으로 남아있죠.
What's on the arm?
Bristles. It's probably the best description of them.
They go down to the tail tip.
이 실험을 통해 티라노사우루스가 어떻게 시대를 지배하며 진화했는지 밝혀볼 겁니다.
right, Luke. You've dissected everything from barnyard animals to elephants. This is clearly not an elephant. Where do we start?
To be honest, we've got to approach this with the same logic that we'd approach any autopsy. So let's just review the external features. I need to know if it's an adult or not. If we can sex it, ideal. Let's create a portal here. Let's get right inside the belly of the beast. And that's going to have the key to the answers we need to know. If we know how it died, we can learn how it lived.
We're gonna get dirty.
We're going to get very dirty.
루크는 정기적으로 야생동물을 부검합니다. 먼저 이 공룡이 수명이 다해서 죽었는지부터 살펴봅니다.
So, how on earth do we age this?
The secret is in the bones. Maybe you've seen a tree that's been cut down, you look at the tree stump, you see rings.
Sure.
And you can count the number of rings. That tells you how old the tree was when it was cut down. Dinosaurs are the same.
No way.
1 ring each year. So this right here, that's what we have to cut.
공룡의 나이테를 확인하려면 다리뼈의 횡단면을 봐야 합니다.
Oh, challenge 1. How do we get the leg off this beast?
This is your area of expertise, I believe.
이 티라노사우루스의 하태부는 폭이 70cm나 되며 근육과 뼈가 빽빽이 가득 차 있죠.
Matt, maybe get some of the guys and mark up exactly where I've got to cut. Try and raise this leg and support it so it's steady. I'll go and get some gear.
We're gonna need a bigger knife.
Yeah.
루크는 소와 말, 그리고 코끼리까지 해부해봤습니다. 하지만 티라노사우루스의 거대한 뒷다리를 자를 수 있을 만큼 큰 칼을 가지고 있을까요? 티라노사우루스의 다리의 무게는 각각 2톤 가까이 나갑니다.
Hey, guys. Trust me, I'm a surgeon.
Gonna be needing these.
Where am I going to cut?
Right in through here.
루크는 나뭇가지만큼 두꺼운 9개의 근육과 1개의 뼈를 잘라야 합니다.
I was not expecting a chainsaw. But it makes sense because this is a big animal and then you're going to need something bigger than a sensible and sedate anatomical knife. I thought, all right then, there's no going back from this.
OK, job done.
A little trickier than the dogs and cats and horses you're used to, huh?
Nothing to it, buddy.
루크가 발목 아래로 다리를 절단했습니다.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
길이가 무려 2m 가까이 되지만 티라노사우루스의 다리 전체가 아닌 발 부위에 불과합니다. 중요한 뼈 샘플을 추출하기 전에 토리와 스티브가 티라노사우루스의 발 구조를 자세하게 살펴봅니다.
Let's see what we've got here.
Right.
I want to have a look around this side because that's where the sharp stuff seems to be. So am I looking here at the foot, going along up to the ankle bone here?
That's right, absolutely. So this is the part that would be the equivalent to the arch of our foot.
Right.
And these are the toes.
So we've got 3 toes with some absolutely enormous, rather frightening-looking claws at the end.
Yeah, very scary.
And tucked onto here is a 4th claw. Well, it's kind of bird-like, isn't it? It's like the 3 claws of a bird, and that back one, which in your typical, sparrow or pigeon would be used to perch and grasp around a branch, potentially.
You got it. I think if you look at this, you look at the skin, it's scaly, it's green. It maybe kind of looks like a crocodile or a lizard. But you look closer at the structure of the foot, there's nothing croc-like about this. This looks like an overgrown chicken.
Does it do anything in a T-Rex?
It probably doesn't do very much. This is what did all the work, those 3 main toes. And it was all the work because this dinosaur, this T-Rex, only walked on its toes. A 7-ton dinosaur on the tips of its toes.
티라노사우루스는 양발로 선 게 아닙니다. 차가 시속 50km로 벽에 충돌하는 것과 같은 충격을 발가락으로 지탱했죠. 그래서 티라노사우루스의 발바닥엔 충격을 흡수하는 부위가 있습니다. 새의 구조도 마찬가지입니다. 티라노사우루스는 커다란 새처럼 걷는 공룡이었죠. 수의사 루크가 녀석이 다쳤다는 증거를 찾았나 봅니다.
Look, can you see these ridges? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Well, it feels like crepitus, so it suggests there's some sort of trauma under the skin. What we should do is just X-ray it.
뼈가 부러지며 피부로 기포가 차올라서 스펀지처럼 느껴지는 증세를 크레피투스라고 합니다.
Just don't drop it on me. All right. Okay, it's perfect, perfect.
루커가 엑스레이를 찍는 동안 스티브와 토리는 뼈 샘플의 나이테로 이 공룡의 나이를 확인해 봅니다.
We can look at a super thin slice under the microscope to count those growth rings.
And I'm seeing some really clear lines. It's really easy to count them at first, but then I hit this bit. Let me just bring it up on the screen for a second, because actually I'm struggling to count the lines. So I'm going to guess in the realm of 20, but I mean, it's really hard. They seem to really pile up on each other towards the edge. Now, what's going on there?
That's really interesting. And this holds the key to figuring out the age, because during its teenage years, from the time it was about 10 years old to the time it was about 20 years old, it grew at a supercharged rate. It put on about 2 or 3 kilograms, so about 5 or 6 pounds of weight every single day for 10 years. So imagine that teenage growth spurt. But then towards the end of that growth spurt, growth slowed down, and you start to get very little growth and those lines pile up.
So it's still laying down a line of bone every year, incrementally, but it's not growing as fast. There's less distance between each line, hence that really dense dark bit at the top.
Yeah, so this is an animal that has basically stopped growing, but it still had some years to live.
So I think somewhere in the realms of 20, would that make sense?
Yeah,
So this animal probably didn't die of old age.
probably not.
티라노사우루스의 뼈는 캐나다 남부와 텍사스에 이르는 좁은 지역에서만 발견됐습니다. 그중 가장 완벽에 가까운 골격을 수라고 부르는데 나이테를 확인해보니 28살에 죽어서 가장 장수한 티라노사우루스로 기록됐죠.
T-Rex, it grew fast, it lived hard, and it died young.
Matt, Luke,
Yeah?
come over here.
So those are the rings, are they?
That's
Can you
what
see
tell
them?
us
Nice.
the
That
age.
is amazing.
Each dark line you can see really visibly.
That is absolutely brilliant. Well, we've had a pretty good time. So that hunch on the soft tissue trauma proved right. Matt and I just X-rayed it. If you have a look at the image here, okay?
Yeah.
So what we've got here is a lateral view of the femur, all right? The knees here, hip would be up here, and you can see there's a slightly oblique transverse overriding fracture, and it's quite a clean break.
And the femur's the strongest bone in the body. How do you break your femur like that?
Well, we see a bit in racehorses, for example, but it'd be a trauma as such, fell on a rock or a clean impact. So we see this a lot, actually, in smaller animals that might have a hit by a motorbike or something like that.
Big motorcycle, though.
Big motorcycle to hit this guy. But you know what? What it tells us, this definitely would have been a game changer.
이런 식으로 크게 다쳤다면 정상적으로 움직일 수가 없어서 먹이를 제대로 섭취하지 못했을 겁니다. 이 티라노사우루스가 굶어 죽었을 수도 있다는 뜻이죠.
Let's just get into it. Let's get inside. Let's look at the stomach. Let's see what's in there. Work out if it's starved to death, because that's going to tell us if this wound was the end game for this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a feeling we're going to definitely
이
need this.
공룡의 몸속에 그 해답이 있습니다.
Watch the paw.
All right, here's your saws, Dr. Luke.
Enough knives for you there?
Never enough knives, sorry. There's no point tickling this, is there? So let's just get on with it. Cutting into an abdomen.
팀원들 중 고생물학자인 토리만이 선사시대 동물을 해부해본 경험이 있습니다. 4만 년 전에 살았던 메머디였죠.
I've been here before. The stench hit you. I mean, your eyes and your nose were streaming. It absolutely reeked.
Let's get it done.
There you go.
Okay, we're in. Tori, could you bring me that really big, long, sharp
Yeah,
one?
on it.
Okay, cool. Let's swap them over. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. This is hard going. It makes elephant skin feel like velvet. Okay. Right. Guys, come on in close. Give me a hand with this, all right? All right, I'm gonna go across now. Hold tight, all right? Tori, come in closer. Come in closer.
Oh, it's getting wet.
All right, guys. All right. Mind your thumb, mate. I don't want that off.
단순히 피부만 자르는 게 아닙니다.
We're good.
Soak it up, guys. Soak it up.
추위를 막는 두꺼운 지방층과
This is rancid.
세 겹의 근육이 있고 곳곳에 혈관이 가득하죠.
Wow, that smell is something else, isn't it?
Oh, what did this guy eat?
That got in my mouth.
This is why I study bones.
Okay.
Going up.
Let's go up.
This way up. I've got it. I'll pull down.
Right. Oh, this bit's hot. Almost there, guys. All right. Peel this back.
We're gonna open it like the trunk of a car.
티라노사우루스의 흉곽을 열어보던 루크는 그동안 자신이 다뤘던 동물에게선 볼 수 없었던 걸 발견합니다.
My goodness me. What's going on here?
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Hang on, these can't be ribs. These just can't be ribs.
티라노사우루스의 사체를 부검하던 중에 문제가 발생합니다. 뭔지 모를 뼈 구조를 발견한 거죠.
Wow. Oh, look at those. Oh, in fossils, you usually just see bits and pieces, you know, one or two bones, but they're all together. Oh, wow.
전문가팀은 티라노사우루스의 발 구조가 새와 비슷하다는 점을 알아냈습니다. 수명이 다해 죽은 게 아니라는 사실도 뼈 샘플로 밝혀졌죠. 그리고 대퇴골의 골절 부위가 발견되면서 굶어 죽었을 가능성이 제기됐습니다.
What we're doing now is we're creating our portal into the belly of the beast. In here, we're going to get the answers. We're going to find out not only, hopefully, why it died and if that leg had anything to do with it. We're also going to have a chance to understand how it lived, how it survived. Keep it going, guys. Stop.
증거를 찾으려면 공룡의 내장을 확인해야 하는데 보다시피 뼈가 가로막고 있습니다.
The whole belly of this animal is covered in bone, in addition to all those muscles. So this guy was a reinforced tank.
티라노사우루스의 본고장에서 자연사 박물관을 운영하고 있는 매튜 모스브루커가 이 뼈를 알아봅니다.
This feature, that's a croc feature.
이건 위석입니다.
When I dissect crocodilians, from the bottom of the sternum all the way to the pelvis, there's a short series of gastrulae. Like these. I've never seen them this big with muscle around them. This is something else.
악어의 이런 뼈는 복부를 보호하는 역할을 합니다. 복늑골이라 불리는 부위로 다른 골격에 붙어있지 않습니다. 티라노사우루스에겐 30개 이상의 위석이 있었다고 추정되는데 아직 이 사실을 증명해줄 화석을 발견하지 못했죠.
Well, guys, you know what? It's wonderful they're here, but we got to get through them.
루크는 소의 뿔을 자를 때 쓰는 장비를 써보려고 합니다.
This is just going to be hard sawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this embryotomy wire, which is steel, and we're going to put it through, and it works like cheese wire. And it's going to go through these holes here. I'm going to hook it around the base of the rib.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is pull it out and work it like a saw.
Make it look easy.
Well, it's why it's razor sharp. There we go. Wow. So that's one done.
8개를 더 잘라야 하죠. 토리와 스티브는 악명 높은 티라노사우루스의 턱을 조사하기로 합니다. 이 거대한 공룡이 어떻게 먹었는지 알아낼 수 있는 부위죠.
So, first thing I see when I look at this mouth is, oh my goodness, it's full of really sharp teeth.
About 50 of them. What T-Rex could do, and it was very good at this,
Yeah.
it could chomp.
Right.
And it was a record-setting chomper. And it was mostly these teeth, these big ones right in the middle, that were doing the chomping. So I think we should try to take a look at one of these teeth.
I'd love to do that. So can we get a car jack or some kind of scissor jack or something?
Okay. Come on in.
You kind of resist while you feed it in. Is that helpful? Open a bit.
앞니 8개는 썩었습니다.
Just keep holding.
나머지 이빨 50여 개로 뼈를 부수고 살을 찢었겠죠.
Lovely. Lovely job. Thank you.
Okay. All right. These teeth at the side of the jaw, the bigger teeth, these were the steak knives. These were doing the cutting. These were cutting up Triceratops steaks. These were crushing. And so I think it would be really nice to get a look at one of these.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
이 이빨의 크기와 쓰임새를 제대로 알아보려면 이빨 하나를 뽑아야 합니다.
This one seems a little bit wiggly.
Exactly. We need a sharp blade and a man who can wield it.
Luke. Hey, Luke.
I'll leave you to it.
You mind taking a look at a tooth for a minute? Matt can do the ribs.
I'm going to assume it's just like, for the moment, a massive dog. Because this looks like a canine. Canines generally have one root, so I suspect that. What we're going to have to do is probably just break down these periodontal ligaments. So
Yeah, ligament holds the teeth in.
it does,
Right.
yeah. So we're just going to stretch that out.
인대는 뼈를 이어주는 질긴 조직을 말합니다.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out.
Wow.
Okay. It's a perfect extraction.
Look at that.
톱니처럼 날카롭고 길이가 30cm나 되는 이런 이빨은 살을 찢는데 안성맞춤이었습니다.
This is just all about piercing, biting. How powerful would a bite like this be?
Well, this thing had a lot of force.
Yeah.
Can puncture as
It
well as
could
slice.
puncture.
It's an armor-piercing shell
Yes.
is what it is.
So biting through a car, totally doable.
I think T-Rex, he could probably bitten through your Land Rover. I would say.
Nah, never.
I think so.
I'd fall out of love with this T-Rex if it bit through my Land Rover.
악어와 엘리게이터는 현존하는 동물 중에 무는 힘이 가장 강력하죠. 턱으로 무는 힘이 무려 1700kg에 달할 만큼 엄청나게 강한 정도에 있습니다. 얼룩말의 두개골을 단숨에 으스러뜨릴 만한 위력이죠. 하지만 티라노사우루스에겐 비교도 안 됩니다. 티라노사우루스의 턱을 디지털화해서 복원한 결과 티라노사우루스의 무는 힘이 악어보다 3배나 강했다는 사실이 밝혀졌죠. 22개의 거대한 근육을 쓰면서 육지 동물 중 가장 강력한 무는 힘을 자랑했습니다.
The weird thing is, these teeth are so tough. Why on earth was that one loose? Is there some infection at the root or something? Could that have been making it septicemic?
피에 독이 퍼지는 폐혈증은 치명적일 수도 있죠.
Who knows how to work this rig?
Yeah, sure.
You do, right? The vet?
티라노사우루스의 사인에 관한 결정적인 단서일까요?
If you thread it up there for us.
충치의 구멍에 내시경을 넣어 확인해 봅니다.
Furthermore, go up a bit more. Hang on, there's that. No.
Well, there. See that? Right there? Right there. The white object. Conical. See this line of serrations?
Oh, I see. I know what.
You know what this is.
I
What
know
is
what
it?
This is.
It's
This is a replacement tooth. These guys, they're not like mammals. They don't have baby teeth and adult teeth, and that's it.
Yeah.
They replace teeth throughout their lives.
Like sharks.
Like sharks, yep,
Yeah.
and they do this every few weeks or so.
감염돼서 이빨이 흔들린 게 아니라 밑에서 새로운 이빨이 나면서 빠지는 과정이었던 겁니다.
Throughout their lives, these guys had a never-ending supply of teeth. It's a wonderful dental plan.
그런데 티라노사우루스에게서 안 보이는 이빨이 한 종류 있습니다. 씹을 때 쓰는 어금니가 빠져 있던 거죠. 현존하는 도마뱀 가운데 가장 큰 코모도 왕 도마뱀 역시 이런 이빨이 없습니다. 그래서 특별한 방법으로 배를 채우죠. 죽은 동물의 살덩어리를 크게 찢은 다음 목에 근육을 써서 고기를 통째로 삼키는 겁니다. 티라노사우루스도 강력한 12개의 목 근육을 써서 비슷하게 먹었죠. 200kg이 넘는 고기를 입에 물고서 0.5톤이나 나가는 머리를 쉽게 뒤로 젖힐 수 있었습니다. 티라노사우루스는 고기를 씹지 않고 통째로 삼켰습니다.
That's good. Great work.
Thank you. My first time.
사냥했을까요? 아니면 죽은 사체를 먹었을까요? 그 해답은 위장 속에 있습니다.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere now.
위장을 살펴보려면 늑골과 위석부터 제거해야 합니다.
Guys, we're gonna go on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hold on.
Okay, you're right.
Yep.
Go.
Whoa, who ordered the T-Rex rack of ribs?
Good job.
All right, good stuff. Brilliant.
티라노사우루스의 위석 밑에서 또 다른 장벽이 나타납니다.
So guys, this is peritoneum. Inside here are all the organs. This lines the abdominal cavity, but it also contains all the supply of blood vessels here, lymph, nerve. So we've got to cut through this. We can go delicate here, almost proper surgery.
Right.
Let's just slice this out.
이 얇은 조직막은 공룡의 건강의 핵심적인 부분이죠.
Look, 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 look.
Okay, let's hold it up. Let's see what we got.
I'll take this end.
It's like a map.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a support for all the abdominal organs inside. So not only have we got ribs, gastralia, 3 layers of muscle, but you've also got this, which is really nature's kind of band-aid. So if the guts get lacerated or have a bit of injury, it wraps around them and it seals them up.
부검팀이 마침내 소화기 장기까지 도달했습니다. 내용물을 확인해보면 티라노사우루스가 사냥했는지 죽은 사체를 먹었는지 아니면 굶어 죽었는지 알 수 있을 겁니다.
Steve, come around here, mate. Have a good look. So all of this stuff here is going to be the intestines. Okay, great.
That's lovely.
Okay, let's just get under it. And pull these out. So this is small intestine, I'm guessing.
Small intestine. Right.
Yeah, that's funny.
소장이란 명칭에 어울리지 않게 거대한 크기입니다.
Slop it down, guys. Guys, can we get a bit of light in here? Would that be all right? Oh, wow. Nice, nice. And it keeps coming.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Right.
my gosh. Okay. Nothing like the taste of T-Rex first thing in the morning.
Wow.
Right. That is small intestine. Unbelievably big as it is.
Yeah,
There's
unbelievably.
nothing small about it, my friend.
This small intestine is where it absorbs all the nutrients from the food it eats. Typically, less than 4% fat, only traces of protein are going to make it beyond the small intestine. So this is really the powerhouse, and we should be able to learn a lot from this. I'm going to try and free up some of the stomach.
부검팀이 소화기에 있는 다른 부분을 드러내기 시작합니다. 이건 위장이죠.
Okay.
이 속에서 어떤 비밀이 밝혀질까요? 공룡의 사인에 대한 결정적인 단서가 있을지 모릅니다.
1, 2, 3.
Let's spin it round. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, it's perfect.
6,500만 년 전에 살았던 공룡의 사체를 부검하는 모습을 그려보십시오. 이 전문가들이 그 부검을 맡아서 이제 윗속을 조사하는 단계에 접어들었습니다.
Let's cut this and see what's inside.
수명이 다해 죽은 게 아니라는 사실이 밝혀졌는데 다리 골절 때문에 먹이를 찾지 못했을 수도 있습니다. 만약 굶어 죽었다면 위장이 비어 있을 겁니다.
Let's just go into here. Could be bloated.
Okay, I'm smelling something.
Holy moly, that smells. This is not pleasant.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Just slide it on off.
The stench.
Oh, I think I'm gonna add to this in a second.
위장엔 소화되다만 먹이가 가득 들어 있습니다.
It certainly didn't die starving.
No.
Come on, guys. So what we got here, this is absolutely brilliant. That big, thick, muscular wall here. Wow. This is just like the gizzard, basically, on a bird, and this bit will be the proventriculus. So it's just like the true stomach, really.
티라노사우루스는 사람과 달리 새나 악어처럼 위장이 두 개의 부분으로 나누어져 있습니다. 녀석이 먹는 방식 때문이죠. 티라노사우루스는 거대한 살덩어리를 씹지 않고 삼킬 수 있습니다. 근육의 힘으로 고기를 식도로 넘긴 다음 위장의 첫 번째 부분에 해당하는 전위로 보냅니다. 그리고 강력한 위산으로 고기를 분해해서 모래주머니 속으로 전달하는 거죠.
So this is the esophagus here, okay? So this is where the food comes in here first, proventriculus, into the gizzard, which will contract with that big muscle just to grind it up with the acids in here.
It's a little bitey, isn't it?
I wouldn't drink it.
Were you considering it?
It just mixes up into the gizzard.
티라노사우루스는 이빨이 아니라 위장으로 먹이를 씹는 녀석입니다. 이 중요한 장기가 손상되면 건강에 적신호가 켜지죠.
There's no fresh blood in the stomach, which is important. There's no signs of ulceration that I can see on this stomach lining. Anatomically, guys, to me, this looks normal.
모래주머니에서 일부 소화된 음식을 전달하면 티라노사우루스의 창자에선 영양분을 흡수합니다.
Let's get this guy in over here.
There we go.
Tori, you and I go and check out the small intestine. But I think just taking a good section here is going to tell us all we need to know.
병이나 감염 때문에 죽었을 수도 있습니다.
I don't think anything would have survived going through there, so I won't worry too much. Oh, could be it. Be quite a volume pumping through here.
So we're just going to squeeze that out. Oh, lovely.
Look at these bits. These are worms.
Amongst this kind of, goo, which is processed food, you can see amongst it some worms. Now, maybe you can capture this thing dripping off my finger.
회충은 내장을 감염시키는 기생충입니다. 그리고 숙주의 창자 속에서 배를 채우며 증식하죠.
When you're inside the gut, this food is all being digested, and that's producing all kinds of good stuff, nutrients, vitamins. So it's a great place to live if you want to be lazy. And so something like a parasite takes advantage of that. Now, if you have too many parasites, that could cause a real problem because it's taking away some of your own food. And that can make you ill, it can make you not as energetic, it could slow you down, make you more susceptible to other diseases. The question is, could it actually be causing harm to the animal and therefore contribute to its death?
루크와 토리는 기생충 감염이 치명적인 수준이었는지 확인하고자 합니다.
Well, let's see what we have in this disgusting cesspool of a stomach.
매튜와 스티브는 즐겁게 남아서 이 공룡이 먹이를 사냥했는지 죽은 사체를 먹었는지 조사해 봅니다.
If this thing is a hunter, we should see a lot of fresh meat, right?
Fresh meat, right.
And if it's a scavenger, we should probably see a lot of rotten meat.
Look here. Wow. And I don't think these have been in the gut for terribly long. Look at this.
Oh, what's...
It's a piece of bone.
이쪽에서 위장을 뒤지는 동안 토리와 루크는 창자에 기생충이 생긴 원인을 밝히려고 합니다.
How did that T-Rex get infested with worms? The answer is that obviously it didn't graze. We've worked out now it's carnivore through and through, but it would have got these from eating the intermediate hosts of these worms.
먹는 먹이에 따라 포식자가 감염되는 기생충도 달라질 수 있습니다. 먹잇감이 다양한 탄자니아 사자의 소화관 속에선 19가지 종류의 기생충이 발견되기도 합니다. 화석을 연구한 결과 티라노사우루스도 동족을 비롯해 온갖 공룡을 잡아먹은 사실이 밝혀졌죠. 그 중에서도 하드로사우루스란 초식동물을 즐겨 먹었습니다. 그래서 티라노사우루스의 이빨이 박혀있는 뼈가 발견되기도 했죠. 티라노사우루스의 기생충 감염이 목숨까지 위협할 만큼 심각했을까요?
From experience, on the animals I've autopsied that have died from mass parasitic infestation of the gut, there aren't just a few hundred worms, there are literally thousands. It's really common to get a few worms. I mean, it's some staggering stat, like a quarter of the world's human population have some evidence of worm burden. So I don't think there's enough in here, or in the bits we've seen, to explain why this beast would have died.
So not enough in this situation to have been responsible for the death or even the ill health of the T-Rex.
Absolutely. Let's call the guys over and see what they've got with that stomach. Guys?
Yeah.
What have you found?
Well, we've learned a lot from this stomach, and we've got some goodies. So, stomach is full of meat, but also full of a lot of broken pieces of bone, and you can see some of these here. Wow. This is part of the foot bone of a raptor dinosaur.
티라노사우루스가 악어와 같은 위장을 가졌다면 엄청나게 강력한 위산을 분비하면서 뼈를 포함해 모든 걸 가리지 않고 분해할 수 있었겠죠. 하지만 티라노사우루스에겐 그런 능력이 없어서 몸 밖으로 배설해야 했습니다. 분석이라 불리는 화석화된 대변 표본을 보면 뼈 조각이 박혀 있습니다. 그런데 티라노사우루스가 소화시키지 못한 건 뼈뿐만이 아니었죠.
There's teeth. So this is a T-Rex tooth in its own stomach. So
What, from another T-Rex?
From itself? Almost certainly from itself.
Okay.
So when they would crunch through bone like this, they were biting at such a strong force that their teeth would sometimes break and they'd just swallow them.
티라노사우루스에 대한 가장 큰 미신 중 하나를 풀 수 있는 증거도 발견했습니다.
We get questions all the time. What did T-Rex eat? Was it a predator? Was it a scavenger? Well, the meat that we found in the T-Rex stomach gives us some insight into what it was actually feeding on. We have pieces of fresh meat intermingled with pieces of rotten meat. Oh, look at this. That's really gross. They're together. This animal, before it died, had had a meal of something that was alive, something that wasn't.
티라노사우루스가 사냥하며 죽은 고기도 먹었다는 최근의 학설을 뒷받침하는 거죠.
You're not going to turn down free protein when you need to fuel that size body.
위장이 가득 차 있었으니 유력하게 제기됐던 사인 중 하나를 제외할 수 있게 됐습니다.
We know it didn't die of starvation. That tells us instantly that that broken leg was probably not the game changer for this animal at this stage. But the thing is, we still don't know how this thing died. So guess what? Back inside. Let's go.
All right, afraid you're going to say that.
루크는 티라노사우루스의 사인을 알아낼 열쇠가 아직 내장 속에 있다고 생각합니다.
Back in.
얼마 후 부검팀이 놀라운 증거를 발견하게 됩니다.
Back into the belly of the beast.
수의사 루크가 티라노사우루스의 몸속 깊숙이 들어갑니다.
I'm just cocooned, solid bone and muscle. I mean, it's so well protected, the abdomen of this beast, not to mention the rock-solid armor plating of the skin.
위와 창자는 건강하니 이 공룡이 죽은 원인과 무관한 듯합니다. 이젠 다른 장기를 조사해 볼 차례죠.
This here is liver. This is home from home. This looks incredibly familiar to me. Basically, it's the chemical laboratory. Let's get the membrane off of the body. What it does is absorbs all the nutrients from the small intestine. It removes all the toxins from the blood. Oh, Matt, you're gonna have to give me a hand. Can you grab that bit? Yeah.
체내 독성 물질을 없애주는 간이 병들거나 손상되면 죽을 수도 있습니다.
Careful with all the stomach acid down here.
We've got to just check the surface for no abnormalities. These guys wouldn't have lived long enough probably to have got cancer or anything, but there's no trauma to the liver. The surface looks quite smooth. There's no cuts or anything like that. It does look good, and there's no massive amount of parasitic scarring or anything like this. To me, it just looks like good, normal, healthy liver.
Next up.
Check out this thing here. We've got the lung. But you know what this is?
That is an air sac. This lung is not like our lung at all because birds have air sacs. We don't.
My goodness. So it is basically like a massive angry chicken.
Yes.
티라노사우루스는 새처럼 폐의 양쪽 끝에 풍선 같은 공기 주머니가 있습니다. 숨을 들이마시면 공기가 폐와 뒤쪽 공기 주머니까지 전해지죠. 폐에선 산소를 흡수하고 남은 가스를 앞쪽 공기 주머니에 밀어넣습니다. 숨을 내쉬면 뒤쪽 공기 주머니에서 폐로 공기를 불어넣으며 추가로 산소를 얻고 앞쪽 공기 주머니를 통해 남은 가스를 콧구멍으로 배출합니다. 사람과 달리 호흡하는 내내 폐로 끊임없이 산소를 흡수할 수 있습니다. 동물 세계에서 가장 효과적인 호흡 방식이죠. 이 덕분에 불가능해 보이는 일까지 해낼 수 있습니다. 에베레스트산 정상의 산소량은 해수면의 3분의 1 정도에 불과합니다. 사람은 숨쉬기도 힘든 높이지만 새들은 쉽게 날아다니죠. 공기 주머니로 얻은 추가적인 산소가 날개를 움직이며 계속 날 수 있는 힘이 돼주는 겁니다. 7톤의 무게에 몸 길이가 13m나 되는 티라노사우루스도 거대한 근육을 움직일 수 있게 같은 방식으로 적응하면서 생태계를 지배할 수 있었습니다.
I reckon we should get this lung out.
All right.
I'm going to need some help here, mate. Okay, let's get to this. Can you support the weight there for me, please?
Look at that.
Look at that.
I wish I could breathe in and out oxygen right now, like a T-Rex.
You want this lung?
I want that lung.
Okay, so
병에 걸린 증거는 없습니다. 부검팀은 양쪽 폐 중 하나를 제거해 또 다른 중요 기관을 살펴봅니다.
look up there.
I'm seeing something that looks a little bit like a heart.
Can we get some light here, please, guys? Oh, look at that. My heart.
심장은 온몸에 피를 돌게 해주는 펌프 같은 곳입니다. 큰 동물일수록 심장도 큰 편이죠.
Let's cut through some of these vessels and free it up.
그리고 장기를 오가는 혈관도 크기 마련입니다.
We're going to have to go through the aorta, the inferior and superior vena cava as well. It's really difficult. Let's cut through this here. Okay. Matt, we're going to need some muscles here, pal. Okay. Whoa.
Jeez.
Okay.
This is massive.
Come on. Oh! All right. Perfect surgery, I'd say.
루크가 심장에서 이상한 점을 발견합니다.
It was absolutely exhausting, to be honest, and crazily heavy because it's dead weight. But typically, in a mammal, you'd expect the body mass of the heart to be 1% of the body weight. So in an animal that weighed about 8 tons, that'd be about 80 kilos. And I'm guessing, but that doesn't look 80 kilos to me. So what that tells us is that this heart has to be supremely efficient. And it's going to be fascinating to cut inside because fish have 2 chambers in their heart. Lizards will have 3 chambers. But it's birds and mammals have 4. Hop out, Steve. Let's have a look at that heart.
부검팀이 심장의 내부 구조를 조사하기 위해서는 일단 보호막부터 제거해야 하죠.
Okay, everyone get out. We should be able to tear that with our fingers.
Right.
It's like... So this here is the pericardial sac, and it's basically like a support blanket of the heart. So the heart pumps, expands within this sac. And inside, we've got all the vessels. And this is absolutely amazing. Why don't we lift this over, cut it open?
Right.
All right, these guts.
What's the last step?
Guts and acid and blood and bile. Beautiful.
심실이 4개라면 도마뱀보다 3에 가까운 종이죠.
That's awesome, isn't it? Look at that.
A T-Rex heart.
Honestly, look at that thing. It's massive. How could this tiny little pump get the blood around a beast that size?
이렇게 심장이 작은 건 미스터리인데 내부 구조 속에 그 해답이 있을지도 모릅니다.
So let's go straight into that. Here. Oh, there's going to be some blood here. Look at that.
This would be the blood full of oxygen from the lungs that would be sent around the body.
Exactly right. Right. All right, let's see what we got.
티라노사우루스의 가장 중요한 기관에 대한 비밀을 부검팀이 밝혀내는 순간입니다.
That is amazing.
가장 완벽하게 복원된 티라노사우루스의 심장 속에서 부검팀이 뭔가 이상한 물질을 발견합니다.
This is completely new to me, Luke, so talk me through what you're seeing here.
Well, all this stuff here that we can see is clots. Wow. The moment the heart stops, blood clots. So we would expect clots in here. This is absolutely fine. And in fact, looking at this right now, there doesn't seem to be any abnormalities to it.
심장의 구조는 가장 논란이 많은 문제를 풀 수 있는 열쇠입니다. 냉혈 동물인지 온혈 동물인지 판별하는 문제인데 심실의 수가 단서입니다.
Well, this is a four-chambered heart. This is incredibly evolved, and it does tie in as to why this heart isn't just absolutely massive. Because being so efficient allows it to be smaller. You imagine the heart divided into four. Now, down the middle, we've got a big muscular septum that separates them. So blood comes in from the lungs, it's oxygenated into the left atrium here. Then it passes through the atrioventricular septums here. There's little valves. That goes down from the atrium into the ventricles. Now, this ventricle, look at that wall. Can you see how thick and muscular that is? This is the left ventricle. But compare it with the right, it's much thinner. And the reason is because this left ventricle then has to compress like that powerhouse there, pushing that blood at massive, massive pressure into the biggest artery in this guy's body, all the way up through the aorta. And then that blood, oxygenated, then goes into all the muscles, fueling them, giving them the energy they need to do their job.
도마뱀처럼 심실이 3개뿐이었다면 티라노사우루스가 이렇게 움직일 수 없었을 겁니다. 심실이 4개라야 충분한 압력이 생성되기 때문이죠.
And this system, combined with an incredibly efficient respiratory system, we've got just the ultimate efficiency of fueling those guys' muscles in its body.
이렇게 산소가 풍부하게 공급되면서 몸을 데울 열기가 발산됐고 온몸의 모든 조직과 근육을 효율적으로 움직이면서 활동성도 높일 수 있었을 겁니다. 이런 심장과 순환기는 새와 같은 온혈 동물의 특징으로 도마뱀 같은 냉혈 동물과는 다르죠.
Something like a croc or a lizard, they have to go out into the sun to get warm. And when it cools down at night, they're going to get cold. They can't grow as fast. They can't move as fast. They can't run as fast. But birds and mammals have four-chambered hearts. They're very efficient. They're warm-blooded animals. They have this internal furnace where the body temperatures are pretty much constant, and you need that consistency to grow fast. So what we're seeing here, to me, with the 4 chambers that we've seen, it looks like just a supersized heart of a bird. So T-Rex was probably a 7-ton killer big bird.
Well, it's actually funny you should mention the bird thing, because something has been preying on my mind a little bit, and that's those bristles that we noticed right at the very, very beginning. And of course, you say bird, and that immediately brings up the idea of feathers. And I would love to go and have a better look at those. Should we have a look?
Let's do it.
We could do the bird, you guys.
Good plan. We'll do the killer bit.
Right.
티라노사우루스는 6,500만 년 전 지구를 지배했습니다. 최근의 화석 연구로 티라노사우루스 같은 공룡과 깃털의 연관성이 밝혀지고 있죠.
Right, Steve. We first encountered the beast here. I looked at these and I thought bristles. They're a little bit reminiscent of the slight stubble you're showing now. I just yank one of these out.
Yeah, let's...
Like that. I mean, this is so simple.
Yeah, so you're right. When you look at this, I mean, it kind of has some give to it. It is kind of like a porcupine quill. Or like hair we have. And that's not what we think of when we think of bird feathers. We think of a quill pen type of thing with a long shaft and all the fluffy bits. And of course, in birds, they use feathers to fly. That's not what we're seeing here. This is a much simpler arrangement. And this is what we call proto-feathers. These are the ancestral start of feathers. A lot of dinosaurs, maybe even all dinosaurs, had feathers. And we know that because of fossils. We have thousands of dinosaurs from China, fossilized, covered in feathers. And then because we have so many fossils, we can trace how feathers changed. Those feathers start forming wings on long arms in a small animal with big muscles, and that's how flight evolves.
새 털이 서로 겹쳐지며 진화하면서 유연한 날개가 생겨났습니다. 7톤이나 나가는 티라노사우루스는 날 수가 없었죠. 새의 깃털은 날 때만 쓰는 게 아닙니다. 자신을 과시하며 짝짓기 상대를 유혹하는 수단이기도 하죠. 학계에선 티라노사우루스도 같은 방식으로 깃털을 썼다고 추측합니다.
These proto-feathers on T-Rex give us more evidence of that bird-dinosaur relationship.
부검팀은 사인을 밝히면서 티라노사우루스의 생태에 대해 많은 것을 밝혀냈습니다. 매튜와 루크는 또 다른 중대한 의문을 풀고자 합니다. 과연 이 7톤짜리 포식자가 어떻게 먹잇감을 잡았을까요?
If we can understand how it moved, we can understand how it hunted. If we understand how it hunted, we know how it killed.
Here's the deal. These legs are kind of a funny chimera because you have some bird-like characteristics in the feet, but you also have some other things going on too.
악명 높은 육식 공룡인 티라노사우루스의 사체를 부검하는 작업을 계속하고 있습니다. 부검팀은 이 공룡이 수명이 다했거나 굶어서 죽은 게 아니라는 사실을 밝혀냈죠. 심장이 강력했고 위장이 가득 찬 걸 보면 활동적이고 사나운 포식자였습니다. 매튜와 루크는 이 녀석의 사냥법을 조사하는 중입니다.
So did it lie in wait or did it chase? I mean, these muscles, they are huge, and it's a bit like, you know, sprinters versus long-distance runners, okay? So the sprinters, generally speaking, pretty big guys, you know, great big muscles, explosive power. But long-distance runners can just go forever. So what do you reckon? Did this beast just have this sudden surge of power and just come out, just get its animal, but potentially you could outrun it?
포식자는 매복하거나 추적하는 전략을 씁니다. 매복형 포식자는 몰래 접근해서 먹잇감을 사냥하죠. 일단 먹잇감을 고릅니다. 그리고 은밀히 다가가죠. 이런 녀석들은 순간적으로 기습하며 공격합니다. 추적형 포식자는 전혀 다른 전략을 씁니다. 사냥감을 추적하면서 더 빠른 스피드로 잡으려고 하죠. 기습하기보다는 끈질기게 공격하는 유형입니다. 티라노사우루스는 매복과 추적 중 어느 쪽이었을까요? 둘 다 해당될까요? 어떻게 움직였는지 파악해야 해답을 알 수 있죠.
Well, when T-Rex wants to start moving, first thing that happens, bam, these toes begin to flex. They dig into the ground because the calf muscle itself, all the way up in the shank, begins to flex and bend and pulls the toes in. While that's happening, the big thigh muscle begins to rock back and forth, powered by these enormous, enormous muscles. And then the secret to dinosaur locomotion, the turbocharger kicks in. You see this group of muscles right here? This is the cardiofemoralis, all the way down to here. When this giant muscle group contracts, it gives the dinosaur a lot of leverage, powerfully pulling the knee back towards the tail tip, pushing a T-Rex forward, going after a Triceratops, or getting away from a Triceratops. But that's how T-Rex moved through the world.
이 커다란 근육의 힘으로 스피드를 내면서 사냥감을 추적해 잡았을까요? 아니면 먹잇감을 기습해서 덮쳤을까요? 이 질문에 답해줄 과학자인 존 허친슨을 소개합니다.
Animals don't move using just their bones. A dead chicken, its skeleton won't get up and walk around on its own. It needs the muscles, the tendons, the nervous system, and so forth that actually generates movement in real live animals.
근육처럼 부드러운 부위는 화석에 보존되기 힘들지만 이런 조직이 어디 있었는지에 대한 단서를 제공할 수는 있죠.
What we have here is the right thigh bone or femur of a T-Rex. It's been scaled down by a factor of 5 or so, but that allows me to hold it and move around and look at it quite easily. What we can tell from it right away is it's got a hip socket right here, so it's got this ball and socket joint that allows the hip to move around a lot, and it's got a knee joint down here, kind of like ours. But we've also got bumps and squiggles on the bones that we call trochanters. These are where tendons and muscles of the leg attached onto the bone.
티라노사우루스 다리의 전자 부위는 33종류의 근육으로 구성되어 있습니다. 존은 이 연결 부위를 컴퓨터 시뮬레이션으로 재현해서 이 공룡의 보행 방식을 밝혔습니다.
What we're doing with T-Rex is digitally resurrecting it. We're bringing it back to life. Some muscles pull bones in one direction and other muscles pull bones in like the opposite direction.
티라노사우루스는 이런 근육을 순서대로 수축하면서 앞으로 움직이는 힘을 얻습니다. 이 7톤짜리 공룡이 얼마나 빨리 달릴 수 있었을까요?
T-Rex would never have been a thoroughbred racehorse kind of animal, let alone a cheetah. Once you try to get the model going faster than, say, around 25 miles an hour, it's not possible. It would have required ridiculously large leg muscles, more than we could fit onto the skeleton of a T-Rex. A T-Rex probably had leg muscles big enough to enable it to do between about 15 to 25 miles per hour.
엄청난 키 때문에 기습은 힘들었겠지만 시속 30km 정도의 속도를 냈다면 사냥감을 뒤쫓고 잡기에 충분했죠. 티라노사우루스도 진화된 다른 최상위 포식자들처럼 매복과 추적 전략을 같이 썼을 겁니다.
So 7-ton beast of power coming towards you, 20 miles an hour. Key question, could you outrun it?
Not in these boots. Could you?
I wouldn't need to outrun it. I just need to outrun you.
Oh, nice.
6,500만 년 전 티라노사우루스는 최강의 포식자였습니다. 어떤 녀석이든 잡아먹을 만큼 강력했죠. 거대한 포식자였던 녀석은 엄청난 덩치를 움직이기 위해 매일 5만 칼로리를 소모해야 했습니다.
Okay, so what we've got here is an apex predator, and all apex predators have fantastic senses.
Right.
Why don't we go to the sharp end and check them out?
Let's do it.
예민한 감각으로 사냥감을 찾고 공격해야 포식자로서 살아남을 수 있는데 티라노사우루스의 감각은 어땠을까요?
Hey guys.
Hey.
We come out to have a look at these senses. Matt, let's start with the eye. We want to know 3 key things about these eyes. Firstly, we want to know if it's got monocular or binocular vision, so see out one eye, both eyes at the same time. We want to know how good its sight was. And the third thing is if we stood still, could we actually hide from it? Well, true to form, let's cut it out. I'll be back in a minute. I'll go and get some gear.
One thing that I am really interested in is whether this T-Rex could see in color. And this has been a big mystery with dinosaurs for a long time. But just over the past few years, we've gotten some clues, believe it or not, from real fossils. Because if we have colors like we see here on their bodies, that's a pretty good sign that they could see in color.
Hey guys, I'm back.
You don't look like a bloody clown anymore.
Come on, I'm feeling fresh and beautiful. I might not look it, but can but try, eh? Okay, let's get this out. First, going... Oh, that is so tough. Okay.
Have you ever removed the eye of something this big before?
I removed a frog's eye once. Cow's eyes, lots of dog's eyes, a few cat's eyes, but never a T-Rex eye.
Huh.
Now just gently give it some tension. You do it from this side. What we want to do is we want to remove the eye intact. That's a crucial part of how we get to look at its structures, how it works, understand its function. So I've placed 2 anchoring sutures here, which Tori and Matt are going to put some gentle pressure on. I'm then going to cut nice and big around here, and we'll dissect underneath. And as they pull it, we should be able to get that eye out. Now, behind the eye is going to be an optic nerve, and there's going to be a vessel, so we might be getting a bit of blood out of this. But let's just see what we got. I'm going to go with a free blade just to give me a bit more flexibility. Okay, so, sorry, Tori, just mind your fingers. Just pull that a little bit there. The skin is actually coming away a little bit easier around here, which you'd expect. Okay, good. Well, so far, this is really similar. This is home turf, removing this. I wonder if I can get behind. If you guys pull a little bit, just get a clamp ready and just lift it out a little bit here.
In the same direction?
We just got to get this eye out in one piece. I don't want to burst this eye. It's going to ruin everything. Right round. Look at this. You know what this is here? Optic nerve, okay?
Wow.
So this massive cable, magic, like a huge, great data cable, is taking all the information here from the eye, surging it up this cable, which is going to the brain. I'm just going to cut this here. Tore my glove a bit.
부검팀은 티라노사우루스의 한쪽 눈을 뽑아서 얼마나 먹잇감을 잘 감지했는지 알아봅니다.
An optic nerve this big, I mean, this thing must have had great eyesight.
And look, there's a bit of blood here as well. We'd expect that. It's fine. Okay, great. One eye removed.
All right.
Nicely done.
Okay, let's get it over.
시신경이 큰 만큼 티라노사우루스의 시력도 좋았을 겁니다.
Yeah, well, you know. Okay, this do, yep. Right, there you are.
눈을 절개해서 내부 활동을 살펴봅니다.
Let's see what we got. So, if you have a good look at this eye, we can all relate to this. So let's slice this off and see what we got. Get them out of the way. And then let's just dissect this bit off here.
So how like a human eye is this?
Whoa. Well, I mean, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, this eye. And like us, there's a big cornea here. And then you see all that fluid under there? That's the anterior chamber. Okay. And then beneath that, we can see in there the pupil lens. Obviously, we wouldn't normally have a bubble of air in there, but I've nicked the cornea here.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the humus coming out a little bit. But you know what? This just feels a bit... Tori, have a squeeze of that. Now, that is something we definitely don't have.
Yeah, it's
in
pretty
our eye.
rigid.
There.
Wow. Okay, that's hard. Like bone, almost.
Really hard.
Ring of bone in there, I think.
That's not like us. That there is a sclerotic ring. So mammals don't have sclerotic rings. But actually, these things are much more advanced than our eyes.
공막고리는 뼈가 맞물린 구조인데 눈의 형태를 고정시켜주는 역할을 합니다. 그리고 강력한 근육을 써서 순식간에 수정체의 형태를 바꾸기도 하기 때문에 빠르게 눈의 초점을 변화시킬 수 있죠.
Guys, look at it in the flesh here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And there
It's like an onion ring of bone.
is your sclerotic ring. So the muscles will attach here, and as they contract, it's going to help it focus its vision much sharper than we'd be able to do that.
이 얇은 뼈는 화석화되기 힘듭니다. 공막고리가 완벽히 보존된 공룡의 화석은 보기 드물죠.
They're very, very rare. I mean, I must say, of all the dinosaurs I've dug up and all the ones I've studied in museums, I mean, I can probably count the number of good sclerotic rings that I've seen on one hand.
These sclerotic rings in a T-Rex has yet to be found, but in T-Rex's cousin, Tarbosaurus from Asia, we do have some specimens that show the same bony eye ring.
Here we're going to have the lens, and this bit here, the iris. And the iris controls the light levels getting into the eye. And then if we go through, look here, and can you see, oh, that's just magic. Look at that. And that's what they do. They slip out. That's exactly right. This is the lens, and just feel how lovely and smooth that is. It's just great. So the image is focused through that lens onto the back of the eye, onto the retina, and then through that, it travels down this thing here, the optic nerve, the massive data cable that powers it to the brain.
Right in to what's called the optic lobes, these parts of the front of the brain where all of that information from the eye is processed. And in tyrannosaurs, those are really big. So that's another sign it had a good sense of sight.
티라노사우루스는 눈으로만 사냥한 게 아닙니다. 6,500만 년 전 멸종됐지만 첨단 기술로 이 공룡의 다른 감각에 대한 정보도 찾을 수 있죠. 티라노사우루스의 감각은 경이로운 수준입니다.
One of the amazing things is that we can use CAT scanners to study senses in dinosaurs.
Very high-powered X-ray.
Yes, we can do that with dinosaur skulls. So we actually have very good evidence from CAT scanners of what a T-Rex brain would have been like. The brain of a T-Rex was pretty big in relation to its body size. That's what's important. If you're really big, you're going to have a big brain, but it's that relationship to your size.
Yeah.
So there's a measurement, a statistic that we can use to put a number on that. And it's called an encephalization quotient, or EQ for short, and it's just a measure of brain size to body size. The number in a tyrannosaur is about 1.2. It was a pretty smart animal.
티라노사우루스는 악어보다 지능이 2배나 더 높았습니다. CT 스캐너 검사 결과 먹잇감을 탐지하는 다른 감각도 놀라웠죠. 녀석은 거대한 비강으로 정확한 후각을 자랑했습니다. 내 이도 어마어마하게 커서 멀리서 들리는 소리를 포착할 수 있었죠. 티라노사우루스는 포식자로서 완벽한 감각을 갖췄습니다.
So they were pretty smart beasts because they had to process all this information from really complex eyes with great senses. Now let's pretend I'm smelling absolutely lovely, not easy to imagine, and I'm quiet as a mouse, and I see the T-Rex come around the corner, and I decide to stand still. What are my chances?
I think you've maybe seen this in the movies. This idea that if T-Rex is chasing you, stop, stand still, and it can't see you. But that's just movie magic. Like us, it had binocular vision. It had depth perception.
임팔라는 머리 옆쪽에 눈이 있기 때문에 주변의 사방을 다 살펴볼 수 있습니다. 접근하는 포식자를 포착하기에 적합하죠. 악어 같은 매복형 포식자들은 시야가 비슷한 편입니다. 악어는 주둥이 위에서 시각이 살짝 겹쳐지는 구조라서 양안시처럼 볼 수 있죠. 이 좁은 원호 속에선 원근감과 입체적인 시각이 향상됩니다. 티라노사우루스는 양안시의 시야가 더 넓은 편이라서 사냥감을 감지하고 공격하는 감각이 뛰어나 움직이지 않는 먹잇감까지 포착할 수 있습니다.
And so if this T-Rex was chasing you, he would see you, and he would eat you.
Okay, Steve. That's all very, very convincing, except for one slight thing.
Yeah.
You keep saying he. Okay, T-Rex, king of the dinosaurs.
King of the dinosaurs.
Except what we don't know about this creature was it male or female?
That's right.
He-Rex or she-Rex? And it's something we need to find out.
That means it's a waste of time changing my scrubs, wasn't it? Let's have a look, find out.
티라노사우루스의 성별을 밝혀볼 차례입니다. 성적으로 성숙했다면 건강 상태를 확인할 수 있겠죠. 그렇다면 이번엔 어떤 사인을 배제할 수 있을까요?
It's good. Right, if you just tuck that away. Down here, is where you might expect, were it a male, to find a penis. At least if you're a mammal, you would. This, of course, isn't a mammal. It's something that's related, we think, to a bird. And birds, some males have penises and some don't. So the absence of a penis here doesn't tell us anything about whether this is male or female whatsoever.
Look at this.
부검팀이 해부학적 구조를 살피며 죽은 원인을 조사하는 중입니다. 이젠 성별을 판명할 단계죠.
The exception of presentable mammals.
이 7톤짜리 공룡의 교미 방식과 사인을 밝힐 수 있을지도 모릅니다.
Here we have an opening. And this opening, if I get inside, I kind of feel around and see what's going on. Now, this is what's known as the cloaca. It's a single opening where everything comes out. So the waste products, so wee, poo, things like that, but also sperm, and if it was a female, that's where it would pop out an egg. So having a feel in here might give us some clues as to what we're dealing with, male or female. One thing, though, that really interests me as I'm in here having a big feel, it's really tight, actually. I can't get my arm up. As I'm here, it's probably actually, so what I don't know about is if there's any fossil evidence at all for T-Rex gender.
With dinosaur fossils, a lot of bones, sometimes if we're lucky, feathers, muscles, skin. But as far as I know, dinosaur genitals, never. So I think this is one of the biggest mysteries.
Yeah.
When we find a dinosaur, is it a male? Is it a female? We just can't tell.
Yeah, and of course in birds, the difference there is that the ones that don't have penises, when they're having sex, they have to push their cloacas up against each other. It's called a cloacal kiss.
줄타기 하듯 교미하는 새 종류도 있습니다. 수컷이 암컷에게 올라탑니다. 하지만 생식기가 없어서 접촉하는 방식으로 정자를 전달해야 합니다. 이게 바로 배설강 키스죠.
Imagine trying to do that with a 7-ton beast.
7 times 2.
Yeah, quite. I mean, elephants, like a big male African elephant, weighs 7 tons, and you can't imagine that happening. I mean, there really is nothing I can feel in here. It just feels like a tight passageway. I've got no identifying features whatsoever. So I'm really sorry, Luke. It's back over to you. There's only one way we can answer this question, and I think it's going in at the other end from the inside.
OK, back in the office. All right, Steve, look, mate, grab a light.
All
and,
right.
Join me in.
I'll follow you to hell and back.
루크와 스티브가 생식기관을 찾기 위해 공룡의 뱃속으로 들어갑니다.
Come on, pal.
Back into the belly of the beast. I don't know what I'm looking at, so you gotta explain.
Let's cut through this here, because this looks a bit familiar. What we've got to do is we've got to find where there's basically testes, internal testes, like elephants, for example, have internal testes, or ovaries. And the only way to do that is have a look at a few more of these abdominal organs that we haven't yet checked out. So I'm just cutting through here to look inside and see what this is. It's in exactly the right place. And oh my goodness me.
What do we got?
Well, what this is an ovary.
All right, female.
So he is definitely a she.
So she would have hunted you down and
Yes, thanks for that, Steve. Birds generally only have left ovaries. They're born with two, but one pretty much just is vestigial. It doesn't really do a lot.
Yeah, we think that happened in an evolutionary sense because as birds started to fly, they needed to lighten their skeleton, and they lost one of the ovaries. That's what we think.
Brilliant. So did dinosaurs have two ovaries or one ovary?
Well, we don't know directly because we don't find fossil ovaries, but what we do have are the eggs. And because eggs of dinosaurs, including very close relatives of T-Rex, are laid in pairs, that's a pretty good sign they had left and right ovaries, both laying eggs at about the same time.
So look how it works here, right? All of these are basically eggs to be. She would ovulate, right? And the ova would travel down the oviduct, and it moves down. And look at the thickness of this.
조류의 경우엔 암컷의 성숙한 난포가 터지면서 난자를 방출하면 난소를 거쳐 난관으로 들어가게 됩니다. 그리고 수컷의 정자와 만나면 서로 결합해서 배아를 형성하죠. 이 배아가 난관으로 내려가면 세포를 떠받치는 단백질층이 더해지며 흰자가 만들어지는데 배아를 보호하고 수분을 공급해줍니다. 그리고 자궁에 들어가면 자궁벽에 배아를 돌리면서 내려보내죠. 그런 다음 특성화된 세포가 배아의 표면에 탄산칼슘을 분비하면 난각이 형성됩니다.
So, guys, could you just have another really good feel and just see if there's anything up there at all? Because she was definitely ovulating here.
No problem. I clearly didn't get my arm up quite far enough. Okay. This time I'm going to really put my back into it.
All right. What are you feeling in there?
The walls of the cloaca are really kind of gripping onto my arm.
Are they soft, the walls of the cloaca?
The strongest support stockings you could ever imagine.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Something hard?
Yeah. But I can only touch it with my fingertips. Yeah. I think some forceps or something that I can extend the length of my arm.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah, let me go find something.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh. The very tips of my fingertips, I could feel something solid. But because I couldn't really get my fingers around the edges of it or get any kind of traction, I couldn't really get a sense of its shape. Forceps, hopefully, I'll be able to get around it, give it a tug and draw it out. Luke?
Yeah?
Could you come out? I'm going to go in with a forceps, but I could do with a little bit of veterinary instruction at the same time.
You found something? Come on, Fodder. OK. You've got them in close. Just slip them up a little bit and then part them as far as you can.
Right.
And then tease them round it. And once you're right round, it should be quite stable. Did you get around it? Very good, you got it?
Think so.
Tease it out.
Right.
Slip it down.
Something coming. Can you see in there? Oh, I can see something. I can see the head. It's coming.
Take it out.
All right, slowly, slowly, slowly. You got your hand in position.
Just in case. Got it?
Think so.
토리가 티라노사우루스의 배설강에서 뭔가를 빼내려고 합니다. 부검팀은 이 티라노사우루스가 임신한 암컷이란 사실을 알아냈죠.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful.
Brilliant job.
Oh.
Okay.
토리가 출산을 돕고 있습니다.
I could do the last bit with my hands. I'm
Yeah. Do it. Yeah,
Right.
just tease it out.
It's going to go in there. Slowly. Okay.
Beautifully done. Great.
Oh, it's still coming as well. Okay, that's much more elongated than I expected.
It is like a torpedo.
It is, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
Check it out.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful as it is, I think we really ought to crack it open and look inside.
Okay, I'm going to hold fire here. I've just still niggled. We haven't got a cause of death. Everything so far just checks out great, and we're missing a trick. So I'm just going to have another look round. You guys get into that.
최대한 빨리 알을 깨기 위해서 진동톱을 쓰기로 합니다. 루크가 새로운 증거를 찾은 듯한데 티라노사우루스의 사인을 밝힐 단서가 될지도 모릅니다.
It's brilliant news about the egg, but not laying that egg didn't kill her. You know, and I still don't know why she died. We're definitely missing the trick, and we cannot leave her without knowing what resulted in this. We know she was eating. She didn't starve to death. We know all her internal organs checked out fine. There's no massive disease process going on that would have slowly given her chronic illness and brought her down. There's something else going on. And I just remembered when we found that leg, the only clue I had was just that bit of give, that bit of crepitus under the skin. And I've come back here, and I'm getting the same thing. You can see here that it's quite tight. It's just rock solid. Whereas just here, if you have a look, you can see the sweep of the muscle, and there's a slight bulge here. It just slightly goes up, and that's odd because she's flat laying down. And if you push, can you see that? That just gives a bit more, doesn't it? Just there. And it's exactly the same sort of feeling as I got when I checked out that leg. So what we've got to do is check this out, because if there's neck trauma, now that potentially is a life-ending situation, and that could mean sudden death.
루크가 방사선 기사를 불러서 공룡을 검사합니다.
X-rays.
Right, well, this is the moment of truth. This is... Oh, wow. Okay, now I don't want to crack this yolk as I go over. That's all the white coming out.
Must be a couple of liters.
Wow.
Clearly, this isn't a very well-developed embryo.
No.
So it's only going to be a few days old at most. But what you can see is the white around the outside, as you'd expect in a chicken egg, and then, of course, this broken yolk in the middle. But within that yolk, there's this red spot just here. This is the exciting bit of the business end, because this shows us that the egg has been fertilised, because this is the germinal disc.
Germinal
and
disc.
Tiny and unprepossessing as it is, from tiny things, great things grow.
So we're gonna go from this all the way to that. Hey, Luke, come here. You gotta see this.
What have we got?
Come and have a look at this.
Squelching over to you.
You're gonna like this one.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, she definitely was pregnant then?
Look at that.
Awesome. Really, really good. I wonder how long they incubated eggs for. I mean, a chicken incubates its eggs for about 24 days, and an ostrich is 40, so I don't know.
And that's the size of an ostrich egg, right? Not too far off.
Yeah, good shape.
티라노사우루스의 폐하가 타조와 같은 방식으로 성장한다면 먼저 신경계와 심장, 그리고 척추부터 형성될 겁니다. 그 다음은 팔다리죠. 마지막 차례는 피부와 발톱입니다.
See, chickens will lay an egg every day. 24 hours, they pop an egg out. Did they sit on their eggs? Do you know? Any idea?
Something like that, sitting on its eggs? Maybe, if you could imagine. Other dinosaurs, though, we know did. Small dinosaurs, the very bird-like dinosaurs with feathers. And not only did they sit on their nests, but they used their feathers to protect their eggs, to guard their eggs just like birds. So maybe T-Rex did that too, somehow.
You know, we haven't actually found a T-Rex nest or anything really that size, but, you know, if it did lay big nests, and I'm sure it obviously did, it must have had to excavate a large crater in order to lay its eggs. Could it sit on them, though? That's a lot of mass to put on a little thing, so I don't...
I'd like to see that.
Hey, you know what? I found something too. Come and have a look at this.
All right.
생식기관이 건강하다는 사실은 알아냈지만 아직 사인을 밝혀내지 못했습니다. 루크가 목 부위에서 중요한 단서를 찾았을까요?
Guys, I found some more crepitus, more swelling on the neck, so I asked Kat here to run a few more X-rays for us.
이 지구상에서 가장 거대했던 육식동물로 손꼽히는 티라노사우루스 렉스의 사체를 부검하는 중입니다. 부검팀은 사인을 찾기 위해 이 공룡을 해부했죠. 위가 가득 찼으니 굶어 죽은 게 아니었고 티라노사우루스가 사냥하면서 죽은 사체도 먹었다는 사실이 밝혀졌죠.
This is not pleasant. These are worms.
Oh, look at this. That's really gross. This animal, before it died, had a meal of something that was alive, something that wasn't.
이빨이 흔들렸지만 감염되진 않았죠. 그리고 파충류의 이빨과 비슷했습니다.
I think T-Rex could have probably bitten through your Land Rover.
뱃속에서 제2의 늑골 같은 위석도 발견했죠.
This feature, that's a croc feature.
병든 흔적을 찾으려 심장을 절개했다가 새의 심장과 닮은 점을 발견했습니다.
Wow. Yeah, first, proventriculus.
그리고 위장으로 음식을 씹었죠.
Which will contract with that big muscle just to grind it up with the acids in here.
새처럼 특별한 폐로 거대한 근육을 움직일 힘을 얻었죠.
Look at that.
다리의 골절 부위도 발견했는데 공룡의 왕이 발끝으로 서서 달렸습니다.
There's nothing croc-like about this. This looks like an overgrown chicken.
그게 다가 아니었죠.
These are the ancestral start of feathers.
티라노사우루스와 가까운 친척은 악어가 아니라 새였습니다. 수의사 루크는 이 공룡의 사인을 밝힐 새로운 단서를 찾았다고 생각합니다.
Kat, how'd it go?
Got some nice pictures, did 4 or 5 up through the neck, and I've just pasted them together and they're just on the way over.
You can see here, guys, look at this. This clean break to the neural spine here, but the fracture line going through the vertebral body, and that would have severed the spinal cord, just broken it clean. She would have stopped breathing instantly, and that would have been death. No coming back from that. And it ties in, sadly, but it does explain that huge trauma in the back leg, the clean break there. And then there was quite a bit of blood inside, wasn't there, when we were around, and that would explain a big trauma and a fall. And I guess she landed on her neck, broke it. Game over. Really sad, but you know what? This isn't actually a story of death. The real treasure in this is a story of life and how she was anything but primitive. In actual fact, she was one of the greatest and most evolved predators in the history of planet Earth.
오랫동안 뼈만 연구하던 학자들이 티라노사우루스를 해부해 본 것은 꿈 같은 일이었을 겁니다.
Getting that chance to sort of, get to grips with it and see it in 3 dimensions is just supremely helpful in terms of understanding what's going on.
I'm used to working with dry, dead bones. I have never gotten this filthy, dirty, disgusting in my entire life. Climbing into a Tyrannosaurus Rex cadaver, that sort of close proximity, it's indescribable. You just have to see it to believe it.
This is so much different from digging up bones out in the desert, which is what I usually do. I think the heart, maybe more than any other organ, really told us about how this dinosaur lived. This wasn't a little lizard. This was a big bird.
You come into contact with people in different spheres of life. I'd never sort of have the pleasure of bumping into these guys or working with them normally. We work in completely different worlds. And coming together and getting all that bounce and having a good crack with it, just great. I now can tell my kids stuff about T-Rexes, and it's thanks to Matt, Stephen, Tory, I've gained loads.
이 획기적인 모형은 반년간, 다시 말해 10,000시간 넘게 작업해서 완성했습니다. 가장 완벽한 티라노사우루스의 골격을 만들고자 저명한 학자들의 조언을 받고 최신 학설을 종합해서 실제 모습에 가장 가깝게 복원했습니다. 그 덕분에 전문가들이 티라노사우루스에 대해 새롭게 눈을 뜰 수 있었죠.